Hey everybody, join me today on another site visit. It's a small site, 6,000 trees, going into canes and spirals, and then 300 larger trees, standard trees we call them, planted throughout the mix. The planting is extremely slow going apparently. The guys are really struggling, so it'll be good to go and see that. It's not all gravy and cream show, you know. There's bad blocks along the way too. So yeah, we'll go and see the guys. We'll see what's slowing them up so much. See how they feel about it all. I'm sure not very happy. And then we'll go from there really. So yeah, I'll crack on and we'll see you at site. So, just arrived on site, had a quick walk round. It is very difficult. I know the guys were not very happy with it, saying they were struggling. Having a quick look at the site conditions is extremely heavy clay content, which up until a couple of days ago was very wet, sticking to the shovel, making the shovels big balls of clay, so hard work for the guys, sticking to the boots. Hard for them to walk around. And then last couple of days has been sunny and a lot of wind, so it's dried right out and turned to concrete pretty much. So yeah, it's a tough one, but you can't win them all. There's always going to be bad sites in the season. Hi Jaylee.
Hello.
So Jaylee's the foreman here. We're down in Harlow. What's happening on the site today?
On site today, I'm putting out canes for these guys who are planting Sander and Finner out here right now. So we're basically setting up in the areas, an outer edge of shrubs and pokey boys, the short trees. We've got some ilex, which is holly. We've got some Corylus, Avellana, a few other things like that. And then in the mid, we'll have lots of big oak trees, birch trees, you name it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's like a woodland edge and then a woodland core in the middle?
Yeah, the core in the middle. The edge is just to make it seem a bit more natural. You know, when you see a forest, there is always shrubs and whatnot kind of leading into the actual forest.
Sweet. And how's the ground?
Totally sucks.
What sucks? Why is it bad?
It's filled with clay. Right now it's so dry that the ground is literally cracking. And then when it isn't cracking dry, it's so wet that it sticks to your hands. So there's a lot of cleaning off shovels. There's a lot of reefing really hard on the shovel to get the hole big enough. And then a lot of stomping to close the ground. It takes probably twice as long as it would usually take to plant a tree in land like this. When it dries up, the ground tends to crack, so like mainly in summertime, you'll see that roots will become being exposed and the plants will just dry out because the ground, when it loses moisture, tends to just crack open.
Cool. And how are the planters handling it? Are they happy? Sad?
They're getting on.
Yeah.
They're all right.
That good.
Yeah.
That good. How's the ground, Finn?
Real bad. It's all clay, all sticky, all thick, it's all heavy. It's difficult to close the holes, difficult to open the holes. Yeah, it's bad.
Some of the worst planting of the season?
Yeah, I'd say so, for sure. Some of the worst planting.
Does it make you question planting?
Makes me question living.
Yeah, so that's it for the Harlow visit. As you can see, it was difficult. Guys are struggling with it mentally and with morale. It's difficult land, you know. I think it would be remiss to kind of only show the nice planting, the sandy soils, and people making loads of money. And at the end of the day, you know, these guys are getting paid to plant trees on production rates. So when they come across sites like this, everything slows down, their earnings slow down. It's very difficult. But yeah, it's not all great in a season, and there's good and there's bad, and all you can do is get through it and on to the next one. The most important thing is that we get these trees in the ground growing, and we create habitats in a new forest, which will be done, and we'll move on, and hopefully the next one is a little easier for the guys.